Hey guys, John Jr. here, bringing you guys another Draft League video. Today, I'm bringing you guys APA Reunion Week 2 against Mighticus, who is one of the founders of APA. And I'm going to be honest, through APA Reunion, I've actually talked to Mitty a whole lot more. He's a really funny guy, I really enjoy talking to him. However, up to this point, Mitty has been talking the most to me about him going to be beating me, specifically with Rapidash, which he does not bring, by the way, because he asked me for help with his draft between Heatmore, Rapidash, and Flareon, and I told him Heatmore was the way to go, and then he said, okay, thanks, I'll think about it, and then he ended up taking Rapidash, which is unbelievable. Not only that, but he made week 2 transactions where he asked for my help, and he still kept Rapidash on the team. So there's a lot going into this game. Mitty talked a lot about how Rapidash was going to destroy Volcanion, the ultimate Rapidash counter. He was going to just beat it 1v1 every single time, so we'll see how that goes. But before we get into that, guys, again, thank you guys so much. Last week just completely surpassed my expectations. Again, I expected about 50 views, and we are just past 120, I think, which is just crazy. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. And be sure, if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you get notifications every Sunday when I do upload these videos. Moving into the battle, looking at what Mitty brought, Mitty actually did not end up bringing Pyro after talking the most mess, which, by the way, yes, he does have Pyro and Rapidash on his team. He ended up bringing Pyro, Raikou, Jellicent, Bronzong, Arrow, and Zygarde, which is about what I expected, except I expected Rapidash over Pyro. And also, actually, he had a Kartana, which, in my opinion, Kartana, I had the best matchup against me I've ever seen. He just had to be SD Speed Boost, and he guaranteed got at least one, in my opinion. So, I don't know, I didn't really understand him not bringing that, but the Pokemon that we are going to go ahead and be Zygarde Check, Torterra, Roar, Grass Knot, Synthesis. We are Registeel, who is here specifically for the Kartana and the Mega Aerodactyl. To beat the Mega Aerodactyl, we are Iron Defense, Body Press, Protect, and Body Press does beat the Kartana. I do know about Sacred Sword going through Iron Defense, but still felt like that Iron Defense was worth it just for the Aerodactyl. We are SD3 Attack, Yachi, Garchomp, Yachi for the Ice Fang on Aerodactyl. Very, very scared of Aerodactyl this matchup, if you could not tell. We are Calm Mind, 2 Attack Roost, Calm Mind, Dual Stab Coco. And we do have the Sugar Berry for the Zygarde so we can set up in his face and then throw a Deagling back at it. We are Scarf Starmie. Scarf Starmie helps us with the Aerodactyl, which I am unbelievably scared of at this point, and the Zygarde if it gets a Dragon Dance up ever. And then lastly, we are Mawile. We are SD3 Attack, Knockoff, Sucker Punch, and Play Rough, and that's going to help us in the late game. You can tell that we have 3 setup sweepers, which is something that I'm a little bit uncomfortable with, but Mawile didn't really need the move slots. He really didn't have Play Rough plus Knockoff switch in, so I decided if we could get an SD up on the Bronzong, it would be worth it for the Sucker Punch mind games in the in-game. And as far as our Garchomp and our Coco, I feel like Garchomp could definitely set up on something like the Bronzong. Coco could set up on basically anything that's not toxic, and we could push past a lot of his team. So I felt really comfortable with his team, and I felt even more comfortable that he did not bring the Kartana. So going into this matchup, no matter what, I was going to lead Mega Mawile. He only had 2 Pokemon on his team that really forced Mega Mawile out, and that was going to be the Pyro and the Rapidash. Not even Zygarde forced me out after an Intimidate. I lived a Choice Band, 1,000 arrows, as far as I remember at least. I think I was a pretty bulky Mawile. So starting off, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go ahead and lead Mega Mawile as he is going to lead his Pyro. And I'm going to go ahead and double out hard into the Starmie as he is going to click Flamethrower. And from that damage, we are actually going to find out that he is Specs, which is very good information that he is not Scarf. That really helps. Our Coco and him locking the Flamethrower can help something like the Garchomp set up later in the game. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and double out here into Coco, because why would you not go into Jellicent here? I'm Scarf Starmie, so I can't really flip turn too easily, and if I get the Thunderbolt play wrong and he goes into Zygarde for whatever reason, I'm in a really tough spot. So the double into Coco covers both of those there. Double Coco and I get the Jellicent play right. I'm going to go ahead and throw off a Calm Mind here, because I don't think he's going to stay in. I think he's going to go either Raikou or Zygarde, and either way, I get a Calm Mind up. I'm +1. I have Shuka if Zygarde comes in. If he goes Raikou, then he's either Roar or Toxic, and we'll find out right now. As I am going to go ahead and fire off another Calm Mind. If he's toxic, so be it. I did not 2 KO AV from that range, I do believe. I might have not even 2 KO'd Spadef, but I needed another Calm Mind there was a reason for it. I needed it to 2 KO, I think, AV Raikou, so we're going to go ahead and get that Calm Mind off. Find out if he's Roar or Toxic here. If he's toxic, so be it. This is not the in-game. I still have Garchomp, I still have Mawile. It can be the in-game right here, but we're going to go ahead and see that he actually fires off a Calm Mind of his own. So he's not Roar and he is not toxic. So what does that mean for us? That means that this Coco, barring a crit, wins the game right now. There's just no universe, barring a crit, barring a Roar, or barring a Toxic, that this Coco does not win the game. This Raikou cannot hit me. It does not have a move to hit me. Its best move to hit me is Scald. It does not have reliable recovery. We do. We can out-roost it, we can de-gleam it down, and we can win this 1v1 every single time, since he is not Toxic or Roar. But we'll see right here that he is going to substitute. So he is not going to be Toxic or Roar. So this Coco should just win the game off the bat. We're going to go ahead and de-gleam, break that sub. I do believe that I get one more Calm Mind. Yeah, I get one more Calm Mind because I want to see what he does, if he gets that sub up or not. I'm going to Degleam, and then I think I Degleam twice. I have a +2 boost on him, so I'm pretty comfortable right now. +1 boost now. Going to go ahead and get the Degleam damage here, I think. Nope, I lie. I'm going to go ahead and get the Calm Mind off as he is going to Scald there. Going to do 24%. So you see that we win this every single time. We're going to get the Degleam damage off. He's going to sub, which don't quite understand, but I'm going to go ahead and break that sub, and we should kill him next turn unless he crits us, which he does, which is so sad because at that point in the game, Coco literally just won. There was no possible way that he ever beat that Coco. I mean, he could have. I guess Aerodactyl could have put us in Zygarde range. I guess. I don't know. At that point in the game, though, Coco really should have won if we kept him healthy. There was no reason. We had Shuka. There's no reason that Arrow plus Zygarde should have beat us. We were +4 or +5, so Degleam should have killed the Zygarde and won. So as long as we were healthy, I do think we won that game, and I think we could have stayed healthy. But so this is going to put me in a little bit of an uncomfortable spot. I have to go Torterra because he is +3. He puts me in a little bit of an uncomfortable spot. This Raikou is staring me down, so I have to go into Torterra and hope that I can scare him out. My other play is to go Starmie and Flip Turn. My other play is to go Garchomp. I live a hit, but if I get burned, I'm in a really tough spot, and that's my in-game. Or I could go Mawile, try to get the Sucker Punch game right. I decide Torterra is my best play because I can kind of force him out, force him into Bronzong, and then I get Mawile for free. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He is going to go Bronzong, and I'm going to Roar, actually, and go into the Jellicent. We're going to get some massive Grass Knot damage off. He definitely did not expect that. He's going to get some Strength Sap HP back, which is fine. I'm going to Grass Knot one more time, do about half. He's going to get Willow off to residually chip me. I'm going to get another Grass Knot off, and he's going to Strength Sap again, and you're going to see here that he is not going to recover more than we are doing to him. So I do believe I do make a double here. If I remember correctly, no, I Grass Knot. So I debated the double here for a long time. Almost went Mawile, but I ended up staying in because I did not lose a lot if he went Bronzong. Bronzong was actually my setup target for a lot of these Pokemon, so I decided to just stay in and Grass Knot. Didn't really lose a whole lot by it, even though the Bronzong was inevitable and it was very obvious. If he did Raw Willow on my Mawile switch, I was in a really tough spot. For whatever reason, I was in a really tough spot, so I am just going to Grass Knot here. We're going to see we're going to do no damage here, and I do believe that now I double into the Mega Mawile, because now I get a free knockoff no matter what. He's going to get his Rocks up, that's fine. I'm going to get a free knockoff up on the Rapidish, whatever. Get a knockoff off. We do see that he has Specs. I'm going to Sucker. Fine by me. He's going to go into Raikou. So one thing to note is I forgot that he was Pressure. For whatever reason, I didn't see that. So I'm going to play really poorly around this Raikou here. I'm actually going to go for... I'm going to get Scald Burn, first of all. So I didn't really do anything wrong here. I clicked Knockoff. Got burned. It's whatever. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. He's going to Calm Mind. And here's where I'm kind of actively throwing, because I should have always just attacked what was in front of me. There's no reason not to. I'm going to burn Mawile. I can Sucker Punch up later in the game on the Bronzong, which was probably my thought process, but there was no reason for me not to attack what was in front of me or even play rough the turn before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to win the Sucker Punch mind game, which is really, really stupid because he's Pressure and I only have 3 Sucker Punches by technicalities, only 2 left now. So I'm just going to keep clicking it until he gives in, and if I get these players wrong, he's back at +3 and we're at a position we are in earlier, but for whatever reason, he actually goes to attack us, so we get that Sucker Punch player right. He's going to go into Pyroar, and at this point in the game, Mawile is useless. I'm going to sack it off, and I see this opportunity as my chance to go into Garchomp and go for the win. So he's going to go into Pyroar. I always live 2 non-specs Hyper Voice after that, after Rocks, unless I think there was 1 roll in which he killed me on this following Hyper Voice. So I'm going to go ahead and Swords Dance here. And we're going to see that he does not pick up the KO there. I'm going to get the Scale Shot off, and it's looking really good for our dog. We are Crunch for that Bronzong, which he is going to send in. Not going to expect that. We are going to take that Bronzong out. He goes into Aerodactyl here. We're going to get that Scale Shot off, and if we get 4, we guarantee win the game. We're only going to get 2, though, which is a little bit unfortunate, as he does end up killing that Garchomp. And now... calm down. He does end up killing Garchomp, and this puts me at a little bit of a tricky situation. I could go Registeel. I could very easily go Registeel, but the only problem with that is that Jellicent's still alive as a free Strength Sap for the Jellicent, right? And yes, this is Registeel's real only purpose is to kill this Aerodactyl, but if I lose momentum here, I'm in a really bad spot. And if I go Starmie, I'm in a really good spot, because if I Thunderbolt, I can either kill this or kill the Jellicent. If I Ice Beam, I can either kill this or the Zygarde. So it's kind of a 50-50 deciding on if he's going to switch out or stay in. Ultimately, I'm going to go Starmie, and I'm going to Thunderbolt, because I always have Torterra to switch into the Zygarde. My Torterra is fully healthy. Yes, he's burned, but Grass Knot plus Roar should always beat this Zygarde, which he's going to go into now after I T-Bolt. I go Torterra, and Torterra basically wraps up this in-game. He's going to Dragon Dance. That's not really that scary because Outrage does... It 2 KOs me from there, but I Roar, so whatever. He's going to go into Jellicent, and we know we beat this Jellicent with Grass Knot. I'm going to Synth up here. Gotta stay healthy for this Zygarde, as I do believe that I just fire off a Grass Knot here, keep him in range, or try to whittle him down to be in range of another Grass Knot, which he's really bulky. He actually takes 3 of those. So he's going to Outrage here, and I do believe that I end up Roaring, and then I end up Synthing, as he does end up Strength Sapping, maybe? I Synth, and he strength saps. Yeah, so he tries to keep his Jellicent healthy. Not going to be able to sustain that because our Torterra is not going to switch out here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Grass Knot as he Shadow Balls, and he gets the drop, which is a little bit unfortunate for me. I'm going to go for another Grass Knot, do a ton of damage here. He's going to Strength Sap instead of Shadow Balling. Even if he Shadow Balled, Torterra would have went down, but I could have got damage on the Zygarde. The Zygarde dies to 2 Grass Knots, and then I could have went Starmie to revenge it with Ice Beam. So I was fine there no matter what. Grass Knot is going to end up killing the Jellicent there, and at this point in the game, Snake a Dash here cannot kill my Torterra. So Torterra is going to bring this one home. Shout out to Bin, who did not believe in Torterra. I don't know why you did not believe in Torterra, but here he is winning the game for me. Zygarde is going to try to double DD. We actually didn't kill him with 2 more Grass Knots, by the way, which is really scary, but he's going to Outrage. We live. Goodbye, Zygarde, and we win the game. Good games to Mitty. Really disappointed you didn't bring Rapidash, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this week 2. I will bring week 3 next week. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. We are really going to push forward coming into Scarlet and Violet, and I would really appreciate all the support I can get and have appreciated all the support I've gotten so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. But for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.